Hey fight fans, Micah Frankel for Nux.com and Cage Minds, here with Bill Albrecht, who's going to be challenging for the King of the Cage Welterweight title August 30th versus David Gomez. And David's an opponent you've already had once.
Yes.
So right now we're 10 days out from the fight. How are you feeling?
Hungry.
Okay.
I'm very hungry, already cutting weight. It's getting down to the nitty gritty.
So how's the camp been so far?
It's been really good, really good. I couldn't have asked for better. I'm in the best shape of my life. Just training hard and eating right this time, and just can't wait to do it. Just can't wait to get it over with.
How long has been the camp length?
I knew about this fight before my last fight, actually. So, man, at least 2 months. At least 2 months. Okay.
So that camp's been going good. Walking in against an opponent you've already had once, do you feel there's a comfortability, or do you feel, if you thought too much about you already know him, that you both are different fighters by now? What's the mental process thinking about this?
I don't think anything's changed about him. I think he's just really not going to want to go to the ground at all with me this time. And my plan is my hands have gotten a lot better. Arlene Vaughn has taken me to Tapia's and out to Arizona to train with different sparring partners for this fight, and people who even knew me before that I was sparring with even said they couldn't believe how good my hands have come along. So I don't even care if we go to the ground. I really just want to go after him and just do it in my style. And the last time I fought him, the reason he would try to take me down and take me down at different points was because I was touching him up with my hands then, and they're nowhere even close to where I was now. So I don't see anywhere he can win this fight. But at the same time, I can't wait. I'm not taking him lightly at all, because I'm still hungry again. Like I lost my belt because of cardio. I mean, and I'm not going to do that again. The guy who I lost to a split decision to, I went through them the first 2 rounds. They were definitely mine, and the third was questionable, and the last 2 were his because I gassed out. So, that's something that I've taken into the equation this time, and after I get my belt back, no one's going to take it this time.
So you're known for the grappling. We know you're working on the hands. If you could put a percent on it, how much of your training has been more focused than on improving that striking?
Oh, probably 90%. I haven't really. I mean, I still grapple on our grappling days here, but I haven't put a lot of focus into it because I know I think I'm way above him in that area for sure.
Okay, with that grappling, how do you just explain then the consistently winning with the armbar? 7 of the last 11 wins, I believe, by armbar.
Yeah,
it's a great statistic.
I don't get a lot of publicity like Ronda Rousey's been getting for it, but yeah, I kind of see our styles similar in that way. I definitely know how to attack the arm and the neck, and it's just something I just flow back and forth through, and so I don't know. It's just something that I have a good feeling for from just constant rolling and rolling and rolling, and do like to use it any minute. I
believe it's the armbar and the triangle have been your 2 most effective. Which one's your favorite submission to apply? Or your favorite technique?
That's tough. That's tough. I do like the triangle a lot, and as far as I know, the last triangle I had, I was only like 1 away from tying the record or having the record in MMA in triangles. So it's definitely something that I would like to get a few more of, because I would like to have the most triangles in MMA. I think that'd be a neat title to have.
So with all that grappling pedigree and all those submissions, what do you think about the misconception out there for referees and judges that the guy on top is always winning the fight? What do you think about that?
I disagree. I think that it should be submission attempts as well. How close? A good judge should be able to judge it by how close was he in the submission attempt. If I don't get the submission, cool. But if he's fighting it the whole time, technically I'm in control and I'm the one attacking. I'm being the aggressor, which is what wins the points in the fight anyway.
Right. So coming to this fight, every time you come to a fight, there's a new version of you. And then, which version would you call this? Is it like version 10 by now, or?
yeah, like AOL. I just keep getting better versions, but I just can't thank Fit and HB enough. Tom and Arlene Vaughn, they just keep improving my game, and that needs to show something. I wasn't close to the fighter I was since I've come here, so I've just done anything but excel. So, you know, I'm just always, I'm excited to go into this fight to show myself what I can do as well, you know.
So off that loss, when you lost your belt, it was a cardio problem. What have you done to rectify that?
I've been running my butt off. You know, training, you know, where we're going 10 5-minute rounds instead of, you know, just doing 5 5-minute rounds and being tired towards the end. I mean, I'm maxifying it so I know where I'm at.
So we're 10 days away. When are you going to head out to California?
Sunday.
And then what's a normal fight day like for you? You eat, you sleep, you like to be in your zone?
Yeah, I like fight day.
Yeah.
Fight day, yeah, I'll eat a big breakfast, lots of carbs, you know, oatmeal for sure, eggs, bacon, and then I just like to, I'll sleep up until like, you know, 3 or 4 o'clock, and then if they let me, and if they have photos or something I have to go to, then, you know, so be it. But yeah, you know, I put my music on and just start getting in my own zone. Just, you know, people can tell you they don't really think about the fight, but, you know, week before, if I do this, he's going to do this, I'm going to do this. You know what I mean? I mean, that's just, it's always playing in my head, you know.
Do you ever go to sleep and take that night and actually, you know, take that nap, wake up and say, did I already have to fight? You know, like kind of you already had it in your mind when you're sleeping? Or
absolutely. Sometimes it's hard to sleep, to tell you the truth. You know, like the night before, it used to be hard to sleep. I guess it's not so hard to sleep for me anymore. Like I go to sleep at least. But like before, man, I would just sit there and just dwell on it, you know, because you just fight in front of your family and your friends. You don't want to mess up or anything, you know. So it's getting easier, but yeah, it's definitely something that's just constantly going on in my head. Like the fight's already happened for sure.
In 5 years now of professional competition, you've got about 35, 34 fights under your belt, somewhere in there. What do you contribute to staying healthy to be able to take on that many fights?
I'm eating right and training right. You know, it's not right to go out there and when you have your training partners, I mean, you spar and you can spar in a way where you're not trying to hurt each other still. So, you know, that's just one thing that they incorporate here that I really like. But yet when it comes to sparring, you know, we separate things. So when we're sparring, you know, we still have when we have the boxing gloves on and the headgear, we're going at it, you know. But, you know, if we do MMA sparring, we're not trying to strike each other. You know, we already practiced that. You know, we're down to do some other things and see where it goes from there, you know.
Okay. And also in that, you told me earlier that a month into training, you took your first pro fight. So how a month into training, it just, I'm going to go fight, I'm going to get in the cage, I can do this.
Yeah, I'll be honest, I went to military school and I loved to fight. You know, a bunch of guys in one place, you're always going to fight. And I love fighting, and it's just something that, so when I found out you could make money doing it, I did it, you know what I mean? I didn't want to sit there and mess around. Plus, they didn't have amateur in Texas at the time, which I should have. I mean, if anybody out there, I do suggest go through the amateur circuit, you know what I'm saying? Get your losses out of the way. I fought some pretty good, pretty big guys at the beginning of my career and throughout my career. But amateur is definitely something I would probably do in the future. But
started off the career was kind of rough, but what did you take from that learning experience?
The experience really helped. I believe I won my first fight out of experience alone. So, you know, I think that, you know, experience is, the more you fight, the more experience you get, you know. Nothing can recreate the nerves that go into a fight, especially at the beginning of your fight career, for sure.
Okay, and looking to get back your belt now, what do you think about when you think about getting that belt back, the word champion being attached to your name again?
I want it back, you know what I mean? I mean, that was torture, I guess you could say. It was like dangling a candy in front of, you know, a child with, you know, and then having it taken from them, you know, like, here you go.
Oh, I got to taste something more.
Yeah, you know, and it's definitely something I'm hungry for, and you know, and I just want to keep excelling, you know, and see how far I can get before I'm too old to do it, you know.
Okay, and we had talked also earlier, 19 fights in 2 years at one point from 2009 to 2010, a crazy, amazing feat. But in the last 2 years, you've only taken 6 fights. Is that you slowing down now, or bigger fights?
Competition has increased, and at the same time, I don't want to disrespect King of the Cage and fight out of their promotion, you know. So, and Tom Vaughn does a really good job with my career, and you know, so instead of me going out and finding my own fights and just fighting everybody around, you know, it's calculated, you know, because I want to excel and I want to be the best in the sport, and that's what you got to do, you know. You can't just go to every ham bone who's got a fight going on. But that's what I did do. You know, I was hungry for money, and like I said, King of the Cage takes care of me as well. You know, with the quality of opponents that I'm fighting, and I'm happy. So, and I got a good security job on the side who also sponsors me, and so.
So let's also talk about that. You got the training, the work, the 2 kids, the family. What's the juggling act, and do you ever sleep?
I do sleep. I've gotten blessed. My boss, I'm the director of operations for my company, so I only do patrol a few nights out of the week compared to what I used to do. So I go to work, I do a few things, I come train, I go back to work, do a few things, train, and then I go home, but I still am working a little bit with phone calls and whatnot, making sure people are in the right place. And then that's my day, you know. When I wake up, I do run before I go to work, you know, so that and like I said, so then sometimes I'll run at night as well, like an evening run, you know, settle down, especially now during fight time, but.
Right. And then this is mixed martial arts, everyone's well-rounded, going into your fight, your obvious strong point is the grappling.
It is.
David obviously likes the striking more. Do you like that old school kind of feeling, the grappling versus striker matchup, or you just look at it as mixed martial artists versus mixed martial artists?
I do, but one thing he's going to be surprised is if when I do knock him down, I'm going to tell him to get back up. I'm not even going to go down with him because I want to show that I'm a striker too now, you know, it's not just... You know, my hands, I just feel like I've always been fast, and I just didn't know how to, you know, I had to critique myself. Arlene really critiqued my game, and I'm just really looking forward to showing what she's taught me.
Right, with that, is it more to show everyone else what you can do, or to shut people up saying, if anyone said you were
probably a little bit of both, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
that's a good point. Probably a little bit of both. And myself, you know, I want to get some knockouts on my record instead of just submission, you know?
You've had the 1 TKO on your record.
Right.
Is there a different kind of feeling of gratification from that TKO to the submission to a decision, or is it win-a-win?
Yeah, no. I mean, especially I did on Bellator too, which was national television as well. What's just sad is, you know, they didn't really take care of me much after that. But so what? I'm in a good place right now. But yeah, you know, it probably has gone away a little bit. But I do want to. I do want to get some more, and, you know, I want to be a striker for sure.
Okay, so besides the fun of it, why do you fight?
It's just fun.
It's just fun. Beats any other hobby you could have.
You know, it's the competition, I guess. You know what I mean? I love being competitive. You know, and it's man against man. You know what I mean? Let the better man win that night. You know, and I really like that. I really like that competition. I've played every sport. I've played hockey. I've played basketball, football, baseball. I was good at them all, and I just let my opportunity slide in those areas. And fighting was kind of the last athletic thing that I could do and do something.
So was it that drive also for the competition kind of?
For sure. You know, my dad gave me every opportunity to play every single sport. Always bought me the best equipment. Always, you know, got me in the right places, the right coaches, and I always let them down. And so this is something that I'm just not going to let them down. You know, I think I've already made them happy. You know, when I first became the champion and stuff. But I don't want to let them down anymore.
So with all the motivation that you got, which one do you call your biggest motivation?
Just my family, and you know, I just want to be successful.
Okay. If you could, from this mixed martial arts, one thing that it's taught you, what would you say that would have been?
It takes hard work to be successful. You know, I had a good childhood. I can't say I was ever deprived. So this is kind of like the first time I've actually really worked for anything in my life, and it does feel good. You know, your parents always tell you, oh, it'll feel good. You know, sometimes you don't listen, but I really do feel good. It is self-gratifying to actually earn something for myself as a change instead of being handed to me.
Okay, well that covers all the questions I got. So let's give you a minute. Shout out to sponsors. Take your time. Right now it's for you.
Thanks to Summit Self-Defense, Nux, of course, magazine and newspaper, and Sideswipe Kennels. Thank you.
Okay. Thank you for the interview. Thank you to NHB Fit for letting us come down here and do the interview. Best of luck on August 30th.
NHB
if you're out there in Highland, California and can make it out to the King of the Cage, August 30th, see Bill Albrecht become the welterweight champion again, hopefully, when he takes on David Gomez. August 30th, that's San Manuel Indian Casino and Bingo. Thanks for watching. This has been Michael Frankel for Cage Minds and Nux.com.
Thank you.
Thank you.